has long been foretold that a seeker would come to return the staff and end the reign of the Jade Warlord.
Return the staff to who?
The Monkey King, born of stone, on the mountain of fruit and flowers. With his weapon in hand, his chi became like fire, his stick fighting like magic. He defied the order of the land, but the Jade army could not defeat him. The Monkey King crushed every soldier sent to stop him. With his magical staff, he was unbeatable.
What's up, everyone? Just bringing out the context video this time around for that spear read made. So this is the proof, guys. Winners never quit. But still, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a hard time, guys. I'm having a really hard time. And our game devs are also having a hard time too, from what it seems. But it's just been difficult lately to come up with worthy content for this dog game. I mean, I grind to win on my main as well. And typically I would just be doing dailies, Neo Tokyo, getting boss splits, and doing a gacha here and there. And having the FM at my disposal to power up. But we have maybe a third of that available because we are Iron Man after all. So yeah, most of that is not available. I mean, the challenge mode is hard. And I'm bored of doing these events and boss grinds. I mean, the thing about these servers is the events are very plentiful. They're all very high quality. But I think I'm good. And I mean, again, it's not easy. Like, expressing yourself while also trying to be entertaining. Like, my goal is just to make each video a little bit less shittier than the last one. And like, you don't know how hard this is unless you're someone doing this kind of thing. You just cannot know. But you know, not to worry, because I thought of some solutions possibly. So I've been coordinating with one of my friends in game. So next time we'll have something totally different and non-Iron Man related probably. The events, I mean, the plan is to play and just talk about Maple, I think. Maybe we'll go down memory lane, talk about some nostalgic things we remember, how we think the state of the game is in, what we think about it, and hopefully get to play a Jeopardy type game with them, which will include a giveaway, probably up to a chaos, depending on the score that, you know, our guest gets. And so if you've been following the playthrough, this is just, you know, our usual envelope and dumpling turn-ins. I've actually decided to just stockpile these envelopes from now on because it's kind of annoying watching billions and envelopes evaporate for, you know, Mesa rewards or 100 NX cards. It just is painful. I could definitely be using that on my alternate accounts. So I think I'm just going to sell these when I stop being an Iron Man. That's the plan, I think, at least. But maybe we'll end up exchanging them still, to be seen. But we're stacking them up on our mule. But honestly, I'm good on a Lunar New Year event. We don't have any more need for Spear 30s unless we unexpectedly get a better spear or something. We craft a Faldozan that's 117 or gacha Xane Skyski. So I'm good. I'm also good on Valentine's event. Once we get that 2 carats ring, that's one of the best rings in the game, and we need it on the Iron Man. So good timing. I think it's time to take a little bit of a break. I'm ready to take a break. As much as I want to participate in this Valentine's event, you know, I think just save some energy, get some reserves going for Anniversary or Easter, which I think are coming up, and those are very good events as well. Just nothing catches my eye particularly right now. Good rewards to the Valentine's boss, but I'm good to pass them up, honestly. You know, can't lie, the gold apple exchange is interesting. 2 apples for a slightly better gel seems like an okay exchange, but not for the Iron Man. Can't do APQ. I like the NX rings that you can get from the 4 rows exchange, so we'll probably be doing that. And Cupid's Arrow is alright, but I was a little bit of a letdown. I got 3 1K NX cards thinking I was going to get 3 5Ks, but it's an easy thing to do and it's quick. So I was a little hopeful that those events would go towards Virtuoso, but these are event quests, so they don't, unfortunately. Checked up on the kind of the board, and Red Tigers are getting wrecked. Like, totally wrecked last time I checked. Almost a 10K deficit in dumplings. I thought our donations would make more of a dent, but there's too much of a lead difference or discrepancy right now for me to want to go any further, I think. I'm good. Throughout this, we end up with 4 more white scrolls out of the 5 we had, so we got 9 to work with later on. It's just so unpredictable. We can get 3 white scrolls and 300 or so tickets, or 1 white scroll at 275, which is what happens later on. But this is more than fine, because I think this luck later on probably saved us around half a year in terms of white scroll 10% attempts. At least from experience, speaking from experience. Just the probability is so erratic, and it's hard for the Iron Man. It makes it really hard psychologically in the game, because I almost threw up. I almost threw up between each scroll that I had to drop. Like, that's why I was scrolling in 30-minute to 1-hour increments. I had a little bit too much scrolling anxiety pent up, and it was just hard. And just thinking futuristically, this is just the beginning. We still have 2 more slots on that spear, which could go really, really wrong and take a long time. Who knows? And we still have to chaos some good attack shoes and capes. That could take a very, very long time. I'm very unlucky with chaosing shoes. I've gone through dozens, produced 0 attack. The best I got was 7 on a red sock, which is what I'm wearing right now on my other account, my Night Lord. 2 passes, 5 fails. So yeah, just erratic. We passed 70, 60s for a total of 167 after Zachem, and that's about 55% pass rate. And later on, out of those 9-10% we try, we landed around 56%. So I'm kind of thrown. I'm thrown for a loop. I don't know how to play efficiently right now, guys. Like, my fear of grinding is a long time. Like, my fear for grinding is when I go at it for a long time, and having really unlucky RNG when I try to gamble a little bit for the grind. Maybe if our luck was more evenly spread out. I mean, it worked in our favor this time around, but I mean, I've said it before, like, I don't think I'm late game material for Iron Man, because this amount of scrolling anxiety I'm getting is absurd. It's a little bit too much, guys, I'm sorry. But yeah, here's a couple of GM events, GM jump quests. I think they must have raised the difficulty a bit, because I face planted on, the last 2 of them. So I think I'm good on these as well. I'd have to get really lucky to be able to finish one of these. So I figure this is probably not worth it, unless you know you're good enough to finish, and you're just very good at them. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker also. With the spear we got this time around, the breakthrough, it kind of makes me want to try out Toad, even if we're still at Zerk 20. It'll just be really, really manual pod intensive, kind of like a Nago. I'll have to practice and try a little bit. Probably have to die a lot. 0% practice, I think that's what we'll have to do if we go for that. We could probably go around 175, give it a shot, just because of the accuracy requirement. I just don't have enough for 223, even with the skis. And I don't know about those toad summons, those little blue toads, on the second part of it, since I even missed them on my Night Lord. But maybe we can hit him with a Maple Pop? I'm not sure. I'm totally blind on that. I couldn't find any literature online about the accuracy requirement online. So pretty soon here we'll hop into this live recording I made while we were scrolling and I'm just talking. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch up more at the end. Alrighty, we're back, everybody. Let me go fetch those white scrolls. I got those 2 things parked there. We'll pass things over and scroll for them as well. All the stuff is on my mule, so I'll have to log off of Deer, grab them off our mule. Let's pull these white scrolls out, and note to self, white scrolls are now in the inventory. So that means we literally have to. It's like, I know you press the cancel or don't check the box that says don't use white scroll or something, right? Like, that's just so scary. I just don't trust that. Like, I would rather not have any white scroll in my inventory to just make sure. But, okay, I guess let's just start first by showing you what my inventory is here on the Bishop. Really just not much. Yeah. The Night Lord might be slightly more interesting. So we got a Chaos. I'd like to give this one away. as a sort of a possible prize for how the show's gonna work. But anyways, yeah, I just don't want to drop it, because if it fails, that would just feel bad, because I would have wanted to give it away. But we got a lot of 30s on this account here, a lot of potentially cool things we can scroll, because we have all these knuckles and claws or whatever on our meals. Though I think I'd rather actually just sell them, so we'll scroll the necessary int equipment. Is this it? Do we start out with 10%? Give the ski a shot. Got 9 white scrolls, 33 spear, attack 10%. Try to get 1 pass to go through. Today hasn't been too lucky, so 15 and 11 were for catch, so I moved to 10. Probably makes no difference, but it makes me feel better. So like I said, I'm just going to kind of go in my own zone here. I'm just not going to even worry about the camera rolling. I'll edit this so it's watchable, because this is very important. Shit. Has to be done. 10% were pretty nice to us before Zachem, and I feel like the odds have kind of evened out since then. We haven't had any major 10% successes out of nowhere like before. Alright, we just gotta man up and do it. Grow some balls. Okay. 9 white scrolls. Let's do it. %, spear attack. Oh, did you see that? It passed. That's incredible. That's incredible. I just want to stop here. We can't. Yes. Give me 1 second. I just gotta go celebrate real quick. I'll catch up with you in a couple minutes. We'll finish this. Just let me celebrate real quick. Yes. Yes. Hey, what's up everyone? We're back. Sorry about that delay. I was just trying to think up the strategy. I did stare at the ski for a solid like 15 minutes, but I'm quoting here. It says, dummy scrolling is using cheap scrolls on cheap items, and blah blah. Obviously the maker of this strategy phenomenon forgot that scroll outcomes are independent events. Thus the outcome of one individual scroll does not affect the outcome of another. I feel like that goes against what I learned in like statistics class, but that does make sense. Like finally I was able to find an explanation that clicked in my brain, because I have a guildie who's been like killing himself to like get that through to my head, and it just was not clicking for me. I was just dumbfounded at times, but I guess that is just bad luck. So there's no two ways about it. It is bad luck. Anywho, that influences our strategy now. Like I'm not gonna dummy say shoe jump 10% in between these spear attempts, even though that's what I did on my Night Lord. Like yeah, like on my Night Lord, I finished this claw in relatively few white scrolls. It was under 50. I know that as a fact. Just very lucky, but I did get like I got back-to-back 10% passes one time on that claw. But theoretically, it's like a 1% chance from what I learned. But apparently, it's a 10% chance every time. And this is such a big deal because this is the high watermark of our Iron Man. I'm not gonna catch another 99 plus attack Skyski or try to go for one. You know, if you've been here long enough, you know that this took us our entire playthrough to get, and we got through so many bad Skyskis. It took us like 800 tickets for our first one. That was like 92 attack, 90 attack, I forget. So this is as good as it's gonna get. That's why I'm being so deliberate with it, I guess. That and just nerves. And I know this is not economically efficient. I've never been faced in this kind of position for these kind of stakes, where I can just buy myself out of an issue, like just pay for my problem to go away. I just can't blow this up. You know, ideally, I think the strategy is, what I would do is just two 30%. Maybe the first slot without a white scroll, second slot with one if it passed, and then finish it off with white scrolls. But we've got to go white scroll all of these slots. I just don't know if I want to keep going. Move on to something else for now. Let's look through a little bit more, see what other item we can switch to kind of take a break. You know what? We're not taking any breaks. Eight more white scrolls. This is so nerve-wracking. That is 4 billion right there. Just watch 4 billion evaporate would be painful. Goal is I would just really like one more pass. That would be really, really, really lucky. Yeah, already better than one pass, and it's already better than our Soul Spear. Minus the accuracy, of course, but 10 is 10 more than we got on our spear right now. I almost went for the 30. That was scary. Okay, enough chit-chat, enough dilly-dallying. 10% spear attack. White scroll box is checked. Second one. Oh my god, dude! Oh, my mind is blown. Did that? Are my eyes deceiving me? Did that really just happen? Give me one. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back. Alrighty. Apologies about all of that. Back. I literally couldn't believe my eyes. We had that was just back-to-back 10% passes we just had there. It's out of this world. So now that that's happened on a item that's actually something I'm looking to improve upon, you know, all is forgiven. Like, wow, it's all forgiven. Should we forgive everything? Just unbelievable. I feel like an abused child being welcomed into a warm and loving home. I just don't know how to feel. Sorry, that was a little out of pocket. Maybe a little distasteful, but I'm just so blown away right now. Let's keep going, I guess. We have no choice but to keep going. And the law of averages or whatever the person described, I forgot the exact term, technical term. That's what I was thinking, where it should average out, but they're independent outcomes each. So let's just go ahead and do it then. We've got 7 more white scrolls. I'm already happy. To be honest with you, I'm already happy. This is our 3rd white scroll here. Unbelievable! That is unbelievable. 3 10% passed in a row to one another. I took 30-minute breaks, and I have to take another one right now because I'm about to... I'm going to use a spear from now on over our Founders. I think all is forgiven. I think all is forgiven. That's what I say. God dang! God dang, did you see that? Oh. Okay, let's get back to it. Took my little chill out session, my little break. So I'm just going through the chat log just to kind of show y'all. See, there's the... Where'd it go? Right there, 1. And where's number 2? Right there. 2 in a row. And should be 1 more. 3 in a row. Just out of this world. What the heck? My inventory is locked up. 1 second, let me fix that. Sorry. There we go. It's rolling again. Alrighty. I logged out. I don't know if that means the magic's gone. I don't know. But then again, that was unreal. Just unbelievable. We've got 6 more white scrolls we're working with. I tossed out the Dragonstone because the one of our in-game leaders asked me to. I think if it's because if I ever did solo Horntail, I think an extra Dragonstone would be kind of cheating, which I agree with, you know. But I don't know if that's the case, because each Horntail, I mean, it would give me a reloot to egg right away, so I suppose that's what it is, and that makes sense. So we went ahead and threw that away. And there's no way we get... There's no way. There's no way. But then again, independent odds. So there is a way. It could be. It could happen. And I just have to kind of warm up each time I come back when I take a break. So I'm sorry it's taking so long just for 3 slots, like 10 minutes for 1 slot, like 3 slots. I'm sorry about that. But let me just psych myself up a little bit. Just give me a second. Like I'm so excited. Okay. I think I'm ready now. 6 more white scrolls. We have a bunch of sphere 30s or 10s. Okay. White scroll box is checked. Spear attack 10, 6 white scrolls. 4 slot. Okay. Fifth white scroll. Okay. Number 6. Okay. Like I said, I'm already very, very satisfied with the session here. Oh my god! 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 I'm sorry, I'm I'm about to have an aneurysm. Holy crap. We're so lucky. We're so freaking lucky. 1 second. Okay, it's time. I'm back. Sorry, each time I come back I have to do like a little ceremony. Like my own personal ceremony for scrolling. But yep. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe we're halfway done with this. Over halfway from just one little session. This is the luckiest I've gotten in this game. Never mind. No, it's not. No, it's not. I have some insane chaos luck on one of our items. But this is pretty darn close. If it was any other, if it was like a perfect DPS, then this would be the luckiest thing I've ever had happen to me in terms of item value. But we still have 2 wild scrolls to do and 2 characters to scroll on, and a whole lot of scrolls. We got a whole lot of work to do, and I'm getting tired. This is tiring me out from just getting so nervous. It's like waiting. It was like waiting for my, National Registry examination results. Just about as nervous. 3 slots, but anyways, white scroll box is checked. 2 remainder. Spear attack 10%. Next one. Okay. And we have 1 more left. And then we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. 5 for 9. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We only have 2 more slots to go and we have a perfect spear. Hold on, I got to... What is going on today? What is going on today? So, real quick interjection. I don't do any scrolling on my other accounts. I don't do any scrolling on the Bishop, nothing on the Night Lord. Just a little bit too much happened in this session for me to keep going. Like, I try to show the inventories to show you that nothing's changed. I didn't do anything, you know, underhanded or try to cheat. It was just too much and I couldn't handle any more kind of scrolling or nerves. Just that scrolling anxiety was a little bit too much. Like I'm saying, like I don't enjoy this particularly. But yeah, we're gonna go test out the DPM on the spear. So yeah, let's go check it out and have a little chat. It's very nice. We finally got our spear. We got the damn thing. And this is the upgrade we needed so badly, guys. A normal speed spear. So this might be one of the best, if not the best, spear made by an Iron Man, owned by an Iron Man. It's got the same attack as our Faldosian, which is 124, except our ski has 9 more strength. With that boost, we can clear our chows 90 seconds faster than what we were doing before. And with this kind of bump in damage, it's going to make a lot of things more possible, open up a whole realm of, you know, things we can look forward to, like Zakum solos, for example. Try to hunt for a Chaos Scroll. Go towards, you know, CGS, bypass Mushroom Shrine. We can resume our Krek solos for more experience in rings, and overall we'll just have an easier time while we're at Toad and Neo Tokyo once it's time to actually start doing those things. So we're just going to wrap it up here, and I'm just going to touch on some comments people left. There weren't too many of them of this nature, but we're just going to nip this in the bud because people have called me a noob for going the full 10% white scroll route instead of 30s on, say, the first 2 slots. Which, I mean, it could be valid if you're going off the 1.6 billion item value principle, or some kind of accepted threshold for that perfect risk to reward assessment valuation or whatever. So this is just addressed to anybody who isn't familiar with what an Iron Man challenge is, people who might not know the leading context up to our journey to this point, or just if you're an Iron Man player a non-Iron Man player who thinks, you know, you have a deep understanding on the challenge and want to flame my playstyle. I mean, just take into consideration that all the 30s we've dropped post Zakum, aside from 2, have just simply blown up our shit. I mean, that's what happened to our last skis, I think. And the latest 2 30s I attempted on a top for strength, they've also blown up both of them back to back. And also, just consider the fact it took us 160 levels. 160 to get the 99 attack skis. So then I should just take the risk of blowing these up yet again. If that is the logic we're going off of, then that is nothing that could come to my mind from the cards we've been dealt so far. Just saying. And, you know, I'm just trying to have as much fun here as possible throughout the series for a challenge that might be pretty unfun. And, you know, I know what parts of the challenge I kind of don't like, which would be pretty much everything we're doing now, so I avoid them as best as I can. And, final thing here is that if you've got something to say or prove against what I'm trying to do here, then why don't you just try it and show me what you got, because I don't think you have what it takes. And that's a direct challenge, if to anybody who might be applicable. And enough about that. It wraps it up for this one, and I'm sorry about this trash footage. I really wish I had something different to bring to the table this time around. I know you've seen this 4 times, maybe more, 4 times too many, and just want to say thank you to anyone watching, especially if you're someone who's been following us for a long time now. Because you're the ones that I think about particularly when I'm making these videos. I'm pretty much making them for you, just tailored for you. And the next video will be a lot different, or it might not be. I still have a lot of organizing, coordinating before we kind of move forward and film it. But until then, I hope that's something you can look forward to.